How come this side's bigger than the other side?
Is it?
Yes, it is. See?
Is that not good?
It's not good for you because I'm gonna have to modify it now. Charge extra for that.
We're finishing the porting of the heads.
What is? I hope the heads are still in the back.
Yeah.
It's very important to videotape everything we do around here. There's a light switch over here. Oh, wrong one. This one.
So that people can come and leave the lights on?
Wintertime back here. Damn. Cold. How come you did this early when it's so cold?
Because we were shipping shirts.
Oh, that's right. Okay. There. You like that spot?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not using that one. Use this one. Make sure you wear it for sure. Good. There, that's close enough. There's got a dimple in there. Right there's a dimple. Most of it's gone now. Nothing to hold on to.
Wow! Did you ever sandblast things in here?
Got a plastic piece of shit in the way. You didn't need that, did you?
Is that a sensor?
Maybe. Extra parts, you don't need those.
You don't need sensors?
No. Appears to be a dimple here too.
Bike has
Oops, it fell off.
So why are you grinding it away?
Same way airflow. Airflow is more important than anything else. dimple. Somebody cut the dimple off.
There we go.
I'd be careful about putting a wrench real hard against that spot though. It might have an issue down the road maybe.
Okay.
So remember that when you're working on it next time.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna take off. I'll see you guys in like 20 minutes.
See you later. Uh-oh. Inspection crew came and left. So we're knocking off the high spots right in between there. The two parts come together, comes at an angle like that, we kind of blend it down to make it kind of more radius and flat. So now the airflow will go through there on both sides. And these dimples up in here we took out, so we got some flow around those. I haven't cut this side here though, see I missed it. You're rushing me. You got V in there I'm cutting?
Yep.
I'm taking off the triangle part. Feels like it's loading up. Bigger V
Yep.
means it's flatter. Then you come back over here and try to blend it from the other angle, which is hard to do. Alright, so we're on the top side. So you're trying to make that as even as you can. It's a little rough through that way. This one's smoother. See how rough it is? The cutter's loading up the surface. Down
Yep.
the bottom. Down here on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Get loaded up with chips or something there. Need a little tip dip. You have your tip dip?
A little tip dip?
Tip dip.
Never hurt anybody.
Tip dip.
Smells good.
Miller. MIG welding tip dip. It's for weld splatter remover. Looks good for this too. I gotta smooth out that mesh you made. Smoother? See, tip dip.
Much smoother.
It's for the roughness in there. Now this way here looks pretty even, but you look at it from the other side, you can see how there's a big dip in there you can't get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole manifold just drops out under here. It's hard to cut that much out. But there is room to do it a little bit. But this cutter's not getting the job done. So first you have to figure out how thick it is through there. If you think there's material, you go for it. See our little triangle I just cut?
Mm-hmm.
Cut away the high spot where it's coming across here. Get rid of that lip in there. The transition is a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see as much dip going that other way.
Mm-hmm.
It's more smoother now. So that's opened up. Cut a lot of metal out of there. Makes it a lot more even, more round. Over here you can't get quite as much because this one here is curved right through here. This side over here, see, was more or less flat through this area.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do a little more cut. You gotta come back and smooth it up a little bit. sensor was in the way. Now it's flush. We didn't need that, did we?
Uh-oh.
All right. Back on this side. It's got some thickness through here. Feels like it's about 3/16 thick, so I can work on that a little bit. See on this side here, it goes straight around now. Doesn't have a big hump over the top. Both directions here. So I'm going to flip this thing over and do the same thing over here. There's enough material in here. It's pretty thick too here, so I can cut that same triangle thing away. Get rid of it. Don't need it.
Don't want it.
Don't want it. Just some advice though. You blend it off.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a lot more large radius to it. You feel through here, feel how thick it is. Still got a lot of metal in there. A couple more. Make that just one big long radius all the way around now.
Mm-hmm.
You follow across the whole thing. So you eliminate that hill. So you go from the bottom corner here all the way down where my finger is, just straight through. Smooth it up quite a bit. Put your finger and try one side over the other. Feel the hump?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Get a big chunk of it out. It's right here. Pretty much hold this at the angle you want and just keep cutting until it goes away. You do that. Then you go around the corner so you don't dig in the backside. Use this one because it's rounded on the backside. And then cut down the pour over on this side, see? different angles you avoid merging together with radiuses. That's all straight and round now.
Mm-hmm.
And all them humps. There's some hair under there.
I smell it burning.
So you work away this side here from this direction. Now you flip it over and come from the other side and blend all those angles in there. But you can see how that radius really goes around all the way in the corner now.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't quite the right cutter for getting in here, but when you cut enough metal out of there, so you can get in there pretty deep. See how I use a small grinder? See how it works? I work inside the port.
Mm-hmm.
These ones here, can't do that. See how big the thing is? It stops you from getting around the corner. See?
Mm-hmm.
You can't get in there with these big ass grinders. That's why I use these small ones. You get all the way in there like that. If you have a different style cutter, you can work your way 3/4 around that corner. Get smooth. See what you're doing through here in the radius?
Mm-hmm.
So you're smoothing that out. You flip around the other side and do the other one. Okay, just work out the high spots, unevenness. Do it from both angles. A lot of this is when you're feeling it. If you feel something hitting on it, you know you need cuts in there. How smooth it's getting now.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the air goes this direction, not this way.
Mm-hmm. Air goes through here, through there.
And then when you do it on the other side, see how it's smooth on top and bottom of the port?
Mm-hmm.
They both got long radiuses on it. That's what you're trying to do. With my polishing one. So this is my dull ass one. Knock off anything that's really sticking up much, which ain't much. This one I can really wrap all the way around the corner pretty hard, see?
Mm-hmm.
This we can see better. See, I can get right back in here. You can go wrap it around there pretty good. I can't even see what I'm doing. You can see it, but not me.
I'll let you know if you mess it up.
I'm just feeling anyway. If I feel anything I don't like, I'll feel it. I don't have to really feel it. This one's mainly just polishing, more or less, anyway. Not really cutting much. Something happened to that sensor, I'm not sure what.
It's still going to be airtight?
I don't know. It's out of the airstream, that's all I know. Does it have to be in the airstream to be airtight?
No.
Because it's out of the airstream now.
Okay.
It still has a hole in it though, so it still works.
Okay.
It's just a vacuum switch. Vacuum goes everywhere. Did I do that right?
Looks good to me. Again.
Would you know? Appears to be out of round.
It don't matter.
It don't matter? It's a good thing because it's out of round.
Very good.
Yeah, let's shocker. This works out of round too.
Fuck, pretty good, Kenny.
You can live with it?
Fuck yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty tits. Still got plenty of meat on it. Yeah,
I'm gonna cut more if I want.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Someone said don't cut like this. I didn't listen.
Stoked.
Little 80 inch. Little 80 inch.
You didn't even do this port
It's
yet.
a 1200.
Oh, you forgot to do this whole port, didn't you? Okay, there's a difference. See this one here?
Mm-hmm.
This one here. So the radius is in there real good.
Oh yeah.
Should have the light on so you can see better.
That just stops. That goes through.
You can't see what you're looking at. You're over here. You can show this one. You have to show what you're looking at.
Smooth. Stops.
Now you're screwing up the picture now. So this is all radiused in. Blended in the side with the radius. I can clean it up just a little bit more right there. Try to do it from angles. But on this side here, I cut out the hump a little bit, which you guys shouldn't get screwing around too much with. So right now you hit this big wall when the port comes into your manifold. Where's your manifold at? Somebody lost it. Is it going like this?
Mm-hmm.
So now when your manifold flows in, so you hit that big wall up in there,
Mm-hmm.
way down in there, it goes down, hits a big hump,
Mm-hmm.
hits and just slams into it and bounces up. And this one here, I tapered away a little bit so that it's not such a big ass transition. Now when you're in there,
Still open that hole.
you don't hit that big of a hole. That big wall
Mhm.
kind of gets knocked down, you don't hit it as hard. And then also, if you look at the cross section here, I can almost get my finger in this one here. I'm not even close to getting, see the difference in my fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Almost get 2 in there. This one here I can like 1.5 at most. So now the choke point is now bigger, so the whole throat got bigger for more high RPM volume. You do sacrifice low lift flow for that, but we're picking up volume everywhere, so we'll be fine. It usually runs better no matter what. They tell you don't cut over here, don't lower that, but yeah. These have a very huge radius up in here, and if you feel it, you can feel it flattens out on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So you come out the seat, it hits like a flat spot, and then you got the radius way over here. So I didn't affect this. I cut this back here, so now this tapers into this other one. So it's more of a like this coming into it. You still got that flat spot, so we didn't affect the flow that everybody says don't screw with. You still got you just took out this big hump that's here and dropped it down. So that gains you some flow. And if you need to transfer a little bit on this other side in here, smooth this up a little bit will help too.
Mm-hmm.
You still got a nice high short side in there. You want to have some height in it, let the air kind of straighten out before it hits the valve.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have that in there. So you got to be very, very careful when doing these areas. Now the merging between these two, you want to just take out little edges that are in there still. And just that little bit just makes it nice and smooth now, the whole radius. You're not really taking out much, but what you're taking out makes a big difference. Make that even radius all the way around there. Same on this side, just a little roughness, not too bad. So you got a lot of radiuses going on there all at once, so everything's a radius. Just want to blend all the way around. Then over here, you see I got that that big low spot right here?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even touch it because it's low. And this is bigger than what our cord is on the manifold. See here?
Mm-hmm.
Coming through here. So you can only cut that so much. Make it too big. I could probably cut that a little bit more out of there, but see, we're pretty much the size of this. And this is slightly bigger than what your manifold is in places. So that could be lightly hit, maybe not much more. Now if you put a bigger manifold on, you can cut that whole area out and get rid of all this, but you want to make make that too oval through there either, like we're trying, like I'm just basically opening up a little bit. You almost don't even feel the low spot. It's still there, but it'll flow right over it because it goes right across. Not as big as it was. Okay. I didn't get that last little spot, which was over here. I did that side, but I did not do this side. See, I get a little. See the sharpness in here?
Mm-hmm.
Transition's a little bit sharper than I want, but there's not much I can do about it. That's about the best you can do with it. I don't want to bring it up too high, that kills the airflow, so just going to knock off a little bit of it, but not too much. You're blending in that stock flat spot up in the top, which shouldn't be there like that, but it is.
What cams you running?
Stock for now, I don't know what I was doing. If you accidentally put some bigger ones in, it'll run
Set
better.
a mild screaming eagle cam.
Put a set of real cams in there, it'll run better. Can't remember N6 or N8s I like, I forget which one. I think the 6 is hotter than the 8 as I recall. Those are Andrews. Yeah, that's a little bit smoother, but it's still limited what you can do with it.
Pizza's getting cold.
I thought you poured it on these things. You didn't do anything to these things yet. What'd you work on the other night?
I don't know. I was half asleep.
You didn't even touch that port. Did you spend all night on one port and I just fixed it for you?
Yes.
You didn't touch this side yet? No.
I did this port.
We did one exhaust. Okay, we did exhaust on this head and the intake on that head. That's
Yeah.
close. That's almost that's one head done then.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Great. All right. I got a few hours of work to do here. Well, your manifold's done,
Manifold's done.
more or less. Might have to get a new sensor now. Somebody screwed it up.
Really?
Doesn't stick in the factory height anymore.
It'll be all right.
It'll work? Okay, we're fine.
Okay.
We'll make it work. If it doesn't work, it's your fault.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. That's it for now. We'll be back. Let's work on that head.
Okay.
It's very hard to work on a bench like I do it. That's
Okay.
why you have a holding fixture.
Okay.
So we're going to throw you in the deep end over here, and you're already screwing up. So
Okay.
here's what you do first thing. You always work on the worst thing first. What's the worst thing on this port?
This hump.
No, you stick your hands off that hump.
Okay. This lip.
You don't touch that hump because you'll screw it all up.
Okay.
We have a big lip cut in here that you need to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to turn the head where it works for you. So you want to work over here, or you want to work over here?
Over here.
You like this side better?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm right-handed.
Because you get to it probably. Okay, you got a room to move it here, and you got a little room here. You push harder, and it'll stay put better. So it's adjustable a little bit. See?
Mm-hmm.
So you go in here, and you go in like this, and you cut out the spot you don't want. Then you go over here and cut out a little bit over here, but not much. There ain't much to cut over here. See, it's already pretty good. So it's best if you just stay out of that area.
Okay.
Work on the worst spot. And this side over here is not too bad either. So just kind of work over in that area a little bit there.
Okay.
When you get in deep trouble, stop.
Okay.
little small bastard way out here. Why is that being used? You don't use the small one when you're down inside that edge.
Okay.
Keep the big ones going on the outside. Now you dug a hole in there. So I don't know why you're over there digging a hole. The hump's right there next to the hole. So you
Okay.
use a line like this. Take out that hump.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to cut on the tip if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
Stay off the tip as much as you can.
Ah!